that be the set.
Yes, sir. What's going on, guys? It's your boy, RadioRockcity, aka Raheem, and I'm coming live and direct from the Swift Zone. And I got a very, very, very special guest. A very, very overdue special guest. It's been what, a year since we were trying to get this one in, man?
Yeah, like
it's been almost a year we're trying to get this done, man. I'm with Yung Rixco, aka Javal, aka another Swift Zone originator. What's going on, bro? What's going on, bro?
What's going on? I'm good.
You good, man?
Yeah.
How's quarantine been treating you, bro?
Yo, quarantine, just honestly, I let it get to me.
How so? Explain.
I just stopped everything I was doing and just started chilling.
You took a little break?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, man, like the thing with quarantine, right, is how is it, you know what I mean, being a rapper and being a singer, being an entertainer, you know what I mean? How did quarantine affect you in that way, man?
Honestly, during quarantine, I actually got more done, like music-wise.
Yeah.
I didn't stop, like, kept going to the studio. I shot like 3 music videos, and yeah, I just been going. Like,
yeah, we actually we shot. What was the last one we had shot? What was the last video we shot?
The last video is No Problem.
No Problem. Yeah. No problem. That was a dope video, by the way, man. That was a sick video. But yeah, man, I feel like with quarantine, I mentioned this before in prior interviews that like it was kind of in this weird way, it was a bit of a blessing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for a lot of creatives, it was a time for them to get their creative juices flowing.
Yeah. So
that you feel like that was the situation, like that was it for you. That's what happened to you a little bit. In a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had more time on my hands to like get in contact with cameramans to shoot videos and stuff. Whereas like before quarantine, all I did was work.
Yeah.
School for a bit, then I stopped and just worked. So I never really had time. Whereas like during quarantine, I had so much time. So like I used it like for my music, like kept on going. But yeah.
Yeah, man. Sometimes it's good to chill a little bit. You know what I mean? So you mentioned work. So before I get into the music, man, you know what I mean? Like I said, you're a Swift Zone originator. You've been part of the, you know what I mean, the city Communication for a while.
Yeah.
When did that start? When did you start working for the, like, you know what I mean, being part of Communication? It's been a while, no?
I've been like part of Communication since I was, I'd say 10.
10.
I was going to Loyola Center for after school.
Shout out to Loyola Center. That's you know what I mean, a throwback center. These guys really paved the way for a lot of community centers.
Yeah, I've been going to Loyola. Then I started working there when I turned 16.
Okay, that's good, man.
So
you were really a part of it for a while.
Yeah, I worked there as a soccer coach, basketball coach, after school program. I also did like a kind of like weekend camp.
Yeah.
Where we took the kids out and stuff. Then I switched over to St. Raymond's.
Right.
I had to, man.
You had to?
I lived around the area, I had to. I worked at, I did Sabouge dans mon parc with Michael.
So what's Sabouge? Can you explain a little bit?
So Sabouge dans mon parc is basically like, it's through the city of Montreal.
Yeah.
So they hire us, like community workers, to basically like be in the park all day.
Right.
And hang out with kids that don't go to camp, and like during the summer,
right.
that don't go to camp, we make sure the park is safe for them to like play, and like some parents, they don't want to send their kids to the park because they're scared of like what could happen, and so like we're there to make sure that like everything goes right, and so that's basically what I did. I worked my first year of Sabouge. I worked with Michael, who also used to work here at St. Raymond's.
Right.
And my second year, I was what do you call it? I was in a CIT. I was a counselor.
Okay.
And I did it with my CIT was Khamzi.
Shout out to Khamzi.
And this summer, COVID, I worked with Ness.
Okay. And And the thing is, my bad, dude, to cut you off. So did you guys also like animate games? And you said you guys kept it safe and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You guys like hang out with the kids, but like, did you guys animate like different games, sports, whatever?
Yeah, we did. This summer, what we did a lot of like workouts, like workouts with the kids who for soccer, basketball. We did like fitness and everything. When I worked with Michael, we did a lot of boxing.
Yeah.
Like every Friday, we had like boxing classes.
That's it.
We also had like just like what do you call that? Like games. Like we played a lot of. It's not jeu de société. It's
board games or something, or
no,
what?
just like outdoor games.
Yeah, outdoor games. Okay.
Yeah, a bunch of like
And also all this was free, right?
Yeah, all of it is free.
So guys,
like
you know what I mean, guys. Summertime, you know what I mean. For kids who don't have access to day camps and everything, you know what I mean. It's definitely something to look for. You know, something to check out. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's a great group of guys too, so you know, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So that's dope, man. That's dope. And then shout out to Ness also, by the way, because I know, like you said, you guys are doing fitness and everything, which is. Yeah. I guess especially during quarantine, when I guess it was tough for a lot of people to, you know what I mean, keep the shape. You know what I mean? It was hard for a lot of people to keep active.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's cool because Ness, I know he's like, you know, he's a coach type thing, he's fitness coach and everything. So the fact that he brought that in there, you know what I mean, I think it was highly appreciated. So big shout out to Ness, man. So we love that.
Yeah.
So all right, cool. So you work on competition Ness. You're grinding, you're going on. So what made you want to start music, man? So like, what was that process like? What was that? What clicked? Like one day, like, yo, I just want to do music. Like, what was that about?
Music was honestly like always part of my family. My sisters, my older sisters, like they used to record music in like studios and stuff.
Yeah.
My mom's also like really like big into like church choirs and stuff like that. So like as a kid, like I would be sitting in my room and just like singing to Chris Brown, like just you know, like.
Could you dance like him or?
Yeah, I used to be able to. And then it was in 2017.
2017. Okay.
I don't know, like I used to play like sports and stuff. I used to play basketball, and after I just came to a realization that my hoop dreams were over. So
what'd you think? Why'd you feel like they were over? Let's backtrack a little bit. Why'd you feel like the hoop dreams were over?
Because like I wasn't the greatest. I wasn't that great. You know, I played basketball for fun. I never thought I would make it to the league. You know, it was always like, you know, for fun, but I also had a little bit of hope that maybe I could make it. But you know, but I came to a realization that like it's not like it's everybody's dream, but not everybody, you know, makes it, and we have to be honest with ourselves too. So I have a few friends who like used to go like to the studio at J2K. It's right here in NDG, and like it was free studio. So like
J2K, was that the Rec?
Yeah, the Rec.
Shout out to the Rec, to another important building that I put up there with Loyola. You know what I mean? Paved the way also. So shout out to those guys, man.
Yes. So I went there to see what it was like. I did like a first song. I think it was called Show You. Yeah, it was called Show You. That was like the first song I did, and it's like it wasn't that great. Now that I look at it, it wasn't that great, but at the time I thought it was like the best song ever. And I was like, man, I'm really good at this, you know? And then I just kept on going. Like I got in contact with like a few studio guys. They're like, oh, like we could give you free studio time, you know, like they were trying to help me. That's since like 2018, I've been working with those guys at the studio and just been going.
That's nice, man. That's cool, because you know what I mean, a lot of guys, you know what I mean, wouldn't give that free time. I find, you know what I mean. So the fact that you got that helping hand, that's dope. So thing is, your first official song that you dropped, was it Rax? Official song you had dropped, or was that the first video?
My first video that I dropped, That one was legendary. That was it's called Lick. And it was shot by
Lick,
Bruce.
right? Yeah.
It was shot by Bruce.
And before you dropped Lick, was there, or did you have other songs in the arc? Like, did you have to go through like a process of making a bunch of different songs before you realized
Yeah.
this is the one, or
I had
you
like
just like, you know?
I had about like 10, 15 songs, and I didn't find it suit me, and I like ended up.
So basically, in the process, you kind of found
Yeah.
like your thing, your sound type thing, right?
Yeah.
So that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's an important factor. I feel when it comes to music, especially like in Montreal. I feel like guys need to find themselves in terms of their sound. You know,
Yeah.
because a lot of guys, it's good to be inspired, but I feel like at the same time, you gotta find what's you. You know what I mean? Before you start, you know what I mean, putting certain things in life. That's what I feel. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So yeah, man. So there was one song I feel like, you know what I mean, one of your bigger songs. I think one of my favorite songs, you know what I mean, had to be Shine, right? And my thing is, so where did that come from? Where did that like mindset come from? Like what pushed you to make Shine? Like, you know, what was your inspirations type thing?
Honestly,
'Cause that was a big song, man. In my opinion, really big song.
To be honest, I don't think there was anything behind it. It was just I found this beat on YouTube, and
tight beat.
Yeah. I found this type beat on YouTube, and when I make music, I don't write my lyrics beforehand. I make the beat speak to me. I go with the beat. Like I'm not one of those guys who spend hours just writing and like, you know, I just make the beat speak to me, and that's what came out with it. Yeah.
Shine. I feel like Shine. There's something about Shine, like the vibe to it, and the lyrics, or it's just like it's kind of motivational in a sense. It's kind of inspiring because it's like, you know what I mean. I feel like, you know, guys, everyone wants to shine. Everyone wants to make it. You know what I mean. So no matter what they do, I feel like people want to excel whatever that field is, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like with Shine using the Shine, I feel like Shine just kind of like it's a little push. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, type thing. So honestly, like I said, I think it's one of my favorite songs, man.
Appreciate it.
No problem. And let me see. When it comes to Montreal artists, do you have a top 5?
Top 5.
Yeah. Or anybody, just maybe not even a top 5, or no order, just like, you know what I mean?
Like
guys you
French
listen to.
wise, English wise, like
No, any. Because you know Montreal is a very diverse place. You know, we got great French artists, we got great English artists.
Well, I'll start with like French. A lot of people might disagree with me, but I think Inima is honestly one of the best French artists we have here. And like it shows just by where he's at right now.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to French artists here other than him. English, Dark Roses.
Shouts out Dark Roses.
Very, very, very underrated. Like lyrically, I don't think anybody here could compete with them.
And you guys have a couple of songs together, or one song?
Yeah, we have a couple. I think about 2 songs, 2-3 songs together. Yeah. Dark Roses. Like I'm probably being biased right now, but like,
it's your top.
Yeah.
Very five, whichever.
Ginino is like really good too.
Shouts out Ginino.
I don't know, man. It's just, like, we have a lot of great artists here, and I don't want to say names and like, you know, have people feel offended or whatever.
I mean,
you know?
No, I understand. I mean,
but
their first preferences, but
I listen to more Toronto artists than Montreal.
Hey man, I think it's good to tap into Montreal a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You want me to keep going like with Montreal?
Whichever one, man.
Okay, so I have Dark Roses, Ginino, K Vance, right now we have Rosalvo.
Yes,
who's
yes.
doing pretty well.
Shout out to him, man. He's working. It's going hard.
Yeah, man. That's pretty much like who I listen to from here.
Fair enough. And you have one album. I think it's your last album, Libra Season.
Yeah.
So what was like the mindset behind? Did you have a mindset behind that one?
Behind that one, it's just I like 9 months before.
Yeah.
I planned on just working on a project, and told myself like I want it to be like something like I put all my time into, which I did. I had, I think there's like, I'm not sure how many songs is on the album, I forgot, but I had about 30 songs just recorded, and I handpicked, listen to all of them one by one, and I called it Libra Season because like my birthday was coming up, and I'm like, it
was the right timing for that thing.
So I dropped it, and I didn't really have a goal. Yeah. It was just like to show people what I'm capable of, know.
Yeah. Sure.
And that was.
And it seemed to be pretty good reception regarding it, man. Honestly, I would definitely rate it one of the top projects I've ever heard in Montreal, hands down, man. It was a good body of work, my guy. Good body of work. So I know we're on a tight clock. So my thing is, we're still, it's quarantine things are still kind of iffy, right? And we're still on and off with, rules, regulations, and when we're going to be able to have access to certain things. Mm-hmm. So my question to you is like, do you have any advice for people, like, no matter what they do, whether it's music-wise or whatever the case, do you have any advice for people like during quarantine?
I think quarantine is like right now people have like the most time on their hands, like whether it's to if you're doing sports, like workout, like music, just like try to find your sound, just like keep going, like it's the perfect time to just like sit back and just like, how would I put this, sit back and just like see how things are around you and just work around it and like try to better yourself at like anything. And
because it's like you said, it's a weird time, but at the same time it's a bit of a blessing to kind of use this time to like excel in different crafts, or just use whatever resources we could use type thing. So is that what you're gonna be doing? Are you gonna still are you gonna still tap into your creative?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Right now I'm like working on a project with a producer called Steppah. Yeah. And we're gonna be working on that like basically all winter long.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. That's what's up. So my last question to you, bro, before we head out, is that do you have any advice for guys or people who wanna get into music? Do you have any advice, any words of advice, any words of wisdom for especially younger artists? Because Montreal, holy man, when you look at it now, there's a lot of young guys that are making music now, man. You know what I mean? So, do you have any word I find you be a music OG just because I know you're younger, but I feel like your state of mind when it comes to music is already like like a grown level. You know what I mean? So, do you have any advice for young guys who are trying to get into music and want to excel in that department?
So my advice is don't do it because everybody else is doing it. Do it because if you want to do it because you love it, not because it's like a trend, It feels like it's a trend right now, honestly. But like do it because you love it. Don't do your own thing. Don't copy what other people do when you're doing music, because that's like the worst thing ever. I think.
And for guys who really do have that passion, that love for music, like what could you tell them in terms of like in terms of motivation, like in terms of to push them? Like, what would you say?
Just don't give up, because
don't give up.
You could be really good at something, but you might not get the credit you deserve then and now.
Trust the process, basically.
There's people who've been doing music for years and only got recognition after 10 years, you know? So, like, as it may seem hard, like, you're not getting the crowd that you want, the attention that you want, but, like, just keep going. Like, one day, like, somebody will recognize your talent, and just don't give up.
That's big words, guys. Words from Yung Rixco himself, Javal himself. But like you said, honestly, man, just keep pushing. You know what I mean? Everyone's time is different. You know what I mean? So don't stop. Keep working at it, and that's what it is. Rico, Javal, I'm happy we finally got to, you know what I mean, buff this out a little bit. We finally got to get this done a little bit, man. I appreciate you coming through. You know what I mean? All love, my guy, and just keep striving, man. Keep working, bro.
Sure.
And we're out.
All right.